Yes, YouTube. Welcome to Garden of the Mind YouTube channel. Today is Wealthy Wednesday, where we'll be talking about the reason why most people are not wealthy. There are some people who may not even care about being wealthy, or they might look at wealth as being more than money. They might say, well, I'm wealthy because I have so many friends that love me and I have a whole lot of other things. And they would be right. But today we're going to talk about financial wealth and being rich. If you were living in my house, you probably heard things like, boy, turn that light off. Don't you know we're not Ken the Con Ed? Or you might have heard things like, money don't grow on trees. All of which to let you know that money was something that was in very short supply, and it was also something that you didn't necessarily speak about. If you watch cartoons, and see, the reason why I bring up cartoons is because cartoons help to shape our attitudes at a very, very young age, even before we knew that our attitudes were being shaped. So there were characters like Scrooge. There were characters like Mr. Krabs, who were very, very selfish, and all they cared about was money and counting their money and didn't care anything about people. So those things help to shape our attitudes towards money. I also looked at the Bible, and I stopped upon a chapter, Matthew 19:26, which said it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to get into heaven. Right there, when I read that, I said, I cannot be rich because I got to be able to get into heaven, and I don't need nothing like money to stop me. Or you may have heard, money is the root of all evil, all of which paint money to be a very, very negative thing. But I looked on, and throughout my studies, I realized that there were several men in the Bible who were wealthy. King Solomon, for example. King Solomon, it says that he received talents in the amount of 666, which in today's economy is about $2.2 trillion. Now, there's a lot of wealthy people that I know, but I don't know anybody who has $2.2 trillion. Now, you also have Job. Job was a man who was after God's own heart. He had 7,000 camels, 3,000 sheep, 500 oxen, and plenty of different servants. In short, Job was rich. Now, the Bible came to God one day and made a deal with God and said, if I take away all of his riches, he'll curse you to your face. And God said, well, go ahead. But in short, Job was rich. He lost everything. And despite him losing everything, he never cursed God. Now, when you look at a lot of these verses, I found that it's not money that's a bad thing. It's what you do to get the money or what you do when you have the money. So anything that gets in the way of you and God becomes a negative thing. And a lot of the things that I thought were correct actually weren't. So that verse, Matthew 19:26, which speaks about a camel going through the eye of a needle, we're not talking about a sewing needle. We're talking about a road back in those times where you had to beat the camel so that the camel can get low so that he can pass through, which was a very difficult thing. Another verse that is often misquoted is it doesn't say that money is the root of all evil. It says the love of money is the root of all evil. So once again, it shows that money is not the thing that is sinful and is not negative. Money is just a tool. You choose exactly how you want to handle that tool. So if you're a mean person, you're going to be an even meaner person when you have money. But if you're a generous person, you'll be even more generous once you have money. Now, if you're a selfish person, you'll probably continue to be selfish. So money is just a catalyst. And what it does is it really highlights exactly who you are. So don't let money be the distinction between whether you have it or have not. Most of the times, money is just simply choices. It allows you to have different choices. But whoever it is that you are, you won't allow money to change you, because money just brings out what has already been in there. Now, think about it. What are some of the things that have stopped you from being wealthy? The reason why I did this channel here is because I wanted to really quell all of the biases that you may have towards money. I want to make sure that your mind is a fertile ground for all of the teachings which we are going to learn throughout this channel. So we want to make sure you have no biases, so that when you are able to commit, you'll be able to commit 100% and do exactly what's necessary without having anything that's going to stop you from giving that 100% that we're looking for. Follow us next week, next episode. We will be exploring losing weight. I also want you to think about the fact that if you haven't subscribed, I want you to subscribe right now. Or if you like this video, I would love for you to give me that little like. And if you are interested in when I post next videos, please click on that notification bell. Remember, thoughts are actions, words have power, and actions have consequences. I'll see you in the next episode.